Hello, my name is Anouk Yeh, and this is my poem, If the Water Rises and There Is No More. Last year, the California State Legislative Analyst's Office released a statement saying that if no action were to be taken, the San Francisco Bay would be completely flooded by 2100 due to climate change. And I think a lot about that statement. I think a lot about the irony of a California that has no San Francisco Bay. So 80 years from today, if the water rises and there is no more, I would tell my granddaughter about the bay. If the water rises and there is no more, I think I would start off with history. I'd tell my granddaughter about 1769, how the first immigrants came to California, spending days treading the sea line just to find a safe place to dock. I'd tell her how the San Francisco Bay ended up being the only soft thing they could find along California's 840-mile shoreline, how since then, millions of workers, immigrants, and families have tumbled into the bay's warm embrace. If the water rises and there is no more, I would tell my granddaughter about the bay's benevolent rage. I would tell her about the day the sky turned orange and ash lingered through San Francisco like an omen. I'd tell her about how thousands of wetland creatures steeled themselves against the bay's heavy womb, how the bay thrashed back with the rage of a sky full of matriarchs, which is to say that I think the bay is something like a mother, beckoning and selfless, swelling with over 70% of California's marshland, carving homes and communities and livelihoods out of the mud of her own body. I tell my granddaughter about how the bay is like a song, how staring across the expanse can make you feel so small, yet so endless and undying. In the best case scenario of this poem, my granddaughter is rolling her eyes and telling me how much of a bore I am. I don't tolerate disrespect, but I'd rather her bored and flippant than starry-eyed and entranced at my descriptions. I don't want her to let me finish the poem. I want her to cut me off and say, I've seen this before, because it at least means that the bay is still here. And in the end of the poem, I think that's all I really want, to know that we've done enough to save our home.